Have you ever stood before a supermarket shelf with 50 different types of toothpaste and suddenly felt overwhelmed? Or scrolled through a long list of courses, jobs, and ideal lifestyles on your phone screen, only to end up choosing nothing? We often think that freedom means having many choices. But in reality, this abundance doesn't liberate us, it imprisons us. In a world where algorithms suggest everything from the music you listen to who you'll date, having to make the right decision yourself becomes a black hole of anxiety. You're not afraid of choosing wrong. You're afraid that choosing one thing means the demise of all the other brilliant versions of yourself. You're trapped in a congenital paralysis amidst an ocean of opportunity. Look at Mike. He's 25, sitting in a quiet cafe at 2 a.m. Before him is a laptop with 40 tabs open, from an application to an investment fund in Singapore, a pottery course in Japan, to his journey as a digital nomad in Vietnam. Mike feels like a ghost standing at a crossroads. He's afraid. If he chooses finance, he'll kill the artist within him. If he chooses art, he fears the hunger of reality. His fingers hover over the keyboard, trembling but motionless. In the room, only the hum of the air conditioner remains, and Mike feels himself dissolving. He doesn't see himself as a single entity, but merely a collection of unfulfilled potential. Streetlights stream through the window, splitting his face into two halves of light and shadow, reflecting an inner self torn apart by the very freedom he craves. He made no choice, and in that silence, time continued to coldly slip away, crushing his opportunities into dust. Jean-Paul Sartre, the father of existentialism, famously said, "Man is condemned to freedom." Why condemned? Because freedom comes with the immense weight of responsibility. Sartre argued that, unlike scissors created with a predetermined purpose, man appears in this world as a blank sheet of paper. Existence precedes essence. There is no blueprint for your life, no destiny, and no algorithm that knows who you truly are. Here, we see an ideological clash. On one side is digital determinism. Algorithms say, because you watched A, you will like B. It attempts to define your essence based on your past. On the other side is Sartre's nihilism. He argued that you are a void, an entity that constantly creates itself through action. When Mike feels paralyzed by the sheer number of choices, it's because he's fallen into bad faith. He hopes a sign from the universe or an algorithm will choose for him, so he won't be held accountable if things go wrong. But Sartre would say, even if you don't choose, it's still a choice. Your silence is your answer. How do we move forward next Monday morning when faced with a multitude of choices? Let's apply Sartre's restructuring perspective. We need to understand that the value of a choice doesn't lie in whether it's the best option among the alternatives, but in the fact that you chose it. If we accept that existence precedes essence, then our worry about self-discovery becomes meaningless. You don't find yourself like searching for a hidden treasure. You create yourself like an artist painting a picture without a sketch. Practice, next Monday morning, instead of asking which is the right choice, ask which action will affirm my freedom? Don't wait until you have all the data, because data is the past, and you are the future. When you choose a job, commit to it not because it's perfect, but because through it, you're sculpting your own portrait amidst a world filled with the white noise of machines. An algorithm can predict what you'll buy, but it can never predict who you'll become the moment you decide to go against its suggestions. You're not a data set. You're a relentless rebel against nothingness. Amidst the myriad of tempting choices, there's a solitary, proud truth. You are the one who will write the next chapter, even as the paper burns. So, in a world trying to define who you are, what action will you choose to prove your continued existence?